Healthy rangelands, healthy animals, healthy products, sustainable herder. The Mongolian National Federation of Pasture User Groups of Herders, with the support from Green Gold Animal Health Project of the Swiss Agency for Development Cooperation, has developed Responsible Nomads Code of Practices for Sustainable Livestock Production and its traceability system. In the context of increasing rangeland degradation in Mongolia, threatening the livelihood basis of nomadic herder families, the Responsible Nomads Code of Practices aims to incentivize herders to maintain sustainable rangeland and herd management practices and to live in harmony with wildlife. This code of practices has been developed for more than a decade in collaboration with thousands of nomadic herders living in different parts of Mongolia. Responsible Nomads Code of Practices and Traceability System aims to provide buyers of livestock products of Mongolia with the tools to appreciate best practices of nomadic livestock herding, source their livestock raw materials from nomadic herders, maintaining healthy rangeland, or improving their management and livestock that have been treated responsibly. Promote value chain of livestock products that incentivize improvements in animal care and land management. Ensure transparent chain of custody from a herder household to final product to provide customers with a guarantee that the raw materials of the products thereby is truly from responsible nomadic herder households. Key indicators of Responsible Nomads Code of Practices are: first, responsibility of herders. Herders taking responsibility for sustainable management of their rangeland and quality of raw materials is the founding stone of Responsible Nomads Code of Practices. For responsible management of rangelands, herders join a pasture user group and establish rangeland use agreement with the local government. Herder families share access to the same four-season rangelands from a pasture user group. Responsible management of shared seasonal rangelands is guaranteed with collective planning and enforcement of rational grazing schedules between four seasonal rangelands to adjust grazing pressure and stocking density. Provided that herders are members of pasture user groups and adopted collective grazing plan and internal regulations for enforcement, a long-term rangeland use agreement is established with local government. The rangeland use agreement is a tool for the local government to monitor overall state of rangeland health and water resources and organize necessary financial and technical support to herders to ensure sustainable management of their rangelands. The long-term rangeland use agreement secured traditional user rights of herders to claim compensation if their rangelands are taken away for other purposes, such as mining and crop plantation. In order to ensure reliable supply and quality of raw materials, pasture user groups establish marketing cooperatives that manage and organize supply of raw materials on their behalf. Cooperatives organize a supply order and contract from buyers in terms of quality and volume of raw materials required, and facilitate the supply as per requirements. Second indicator is maintaining and improving rangeland health. In rangeland-based nomadic herding sector of Mongolia, 90% of animal feed is sourced from natural rangelands. Thus, maintaining healthy and productive rangelands is essential to ensure enough forage intake for the livestock. Rangeland health is monitored by two set of indicators: rangeland recovery classes and grazing impact monitoring. There are 5 recovery classes identified for the entire Mongolian rangelands that shows the level of degradation compared to its ecological potential and natural regeneration capacity. When pasture user groups establish rangeland use agreement with local government, the baseline of rangeland health is defined using rangeland recovery classes. Through a rangeland use agreement, pasture user groups agree not to degrade rangelands from the baseline defined in the year it was signed between pasture user groups and local government. Second indicator is grazing impact monitoring. This indicator is measured by percentage of palatable species, basal cover, and productivity. Third indicator is animal health services. In order to ensure animals are provided with proper animal health services, herders may contract with local veterinary service units, which is monitored by the General Authority of Veterinary Services. All regular veterinary services provided to the livestock are recorded in the State Animal Health System. Responsible Nomads Traceability System is linked to the State Animal Health Traceability Database and monitor animal health services with following 4 selected indicators: the origin of livestock, provision of basic veterinary services, health status, drug residual. Fourth indicator is animal welfare. Animal welfare indicators are chosen in the Responsible Nomads Code of Practices is consultation with herders and local specialists in reflection of local best practices and traditional knowledge. Livestock having secure access to 4 seasonal rangelands, water, warm shelter, bedding, and reserved forage in winter are necessary conditions nomadic herders ensure for their animals. Traditionally, for herders, losing livestock due to bad management of animal welfare, but not because of natural disasters or factors beyond their capacity, is seen as irresponsible behavior. This is measured by mortality rate of newborn livestock threshold of which is below 10%. Fifth indicator is environmental stewardship. Nomadic herders share rangelands with wildlife, thus maintaining healthy rangelands and livestock has a direct influence on the welfare of wildlife. Herders organized into pasture user groups take care of wildlife species' lives and rare plant species grow in their rangelands. Over the centuries, Mongolian nomadic herders have developed numerous wisdom and knowledge in their endeavor to maintain a harmonious coexistence with fragile and sensitive ecosystem of dry and semi-dry rangelands of the country. Responsible Nomads Code of Practices and the traceability system aims to create awareness and appreciation of best practices of nomadic livestock herding to maintain sustainable rangeland and livestock management in the climatic conditions of dry and semi-dry ecosystem.